Generative AI CDK.
Welcome to episode 8 of Box Turtle Bites. I'm Jason. He's TJ. TJ, what are we doing tonight?
We're going to play around with AWS agents and knowledge bases.
All right, so back on the AI train for a little bit. Last time we touched on AI, we played around with, oh man, why is my brain not working today? The function tool use. So we're going to play around a little bit, some extra stuff with AWS. Specifically, you want to play with knowledge bases, and knowledge bases are interesting because they've got some cool functionality like automatically load it. But knowledge bases are basically RAG, right? So augmentation to your queries. And so we got some data we're going to load into that, and then we'll play around with if we have time, we'll play around with agents and see what they can do that we couldn't do with tool use.
You will have to allow me to type because we need a library.
Yep. Oops. Let me grant you permission. Here we go. All right. Put that up there so people can see. So we're basically just trying to get something up and running here. Getting some stuff set up for being able to use creating a Lambda function in CDK so we can start spinning up an agent. And this is where we tried to use a little bit of LLM modeling to get this for us, but I think it's too new and it didn't know what to do. So we had to play a little bit more of a, old school where you, wouldn't let me do it, where you actually like look things up like old school and like have to look through the documentation. Yeah. Like we did back in the day. It's nice that they actually have those. I'm surprised that they have.
I don't know that they do.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have to be like string based. This is probably the one downside to.
No, I don't want that.
From Model ID, I think would be right, wouldn't it?
Hold on. Oh, Bedrock foundational model.
Of course.
That's the one I want. Not that one. So, trying to just set up the agent itself.
Yep. So it is. They do have it there.
Oh yeah. Whoa!
And
what
like
happened?
how
jumped?
How often does that thing have to be updated with new models coming in all the time?
So we brought in. I preloaded an S3 bucket with like a whole bunch of U.S. privacy statutes. So we're gonna make an agent that can answer questions about privacy law.
Cool. I love that it like is giving ideas of what your prompt should be. We're using LLM to create LLM to create LLM. It's kind of like,
Yeah, I know.
never ending.
I don't know. We'll just leave it at that for right now.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much.
So we can do const agent equals. It keeps like making me follow you. How do I like turn that off?
I don't know. There is a way. I remember there being a way to do it. I just don't remember how to do it.
It's so funny because like I'll be like typing and it will just like jump me away.
And
And
you
I'm
figure
like,
out how to turn
what
it off.
happened? And it like there's like no.
There definitely is a way to do it. I remember. Like I don't think I'm going to see them.
Oh, there we go. Unfollow
Okay, I was
participant.
going to say because
I'm free.
Yeah. Now, if I switch over to a different file, it doesn't jump you over there.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the base for the agent, and this is an AWS Lab L2 construct, so it's like not mainstream.
But the good thing about those is they eventually get them converted over, and like they're usually pretty close. It's not like a huge lift to switch over from something that was an labs based L2 construct to the new ones. There's usually something changes, but it's not too bad.
Let's see if there's documentation over here. And if you switch to my screen, you can see what I'm looking at.
Go back to old school looking at documentation.
Knowledge bases.
Create a vector knowledge base. Interesting. They don't even have.
We might have to just create the knowledge base.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight.
Yeah.
That construct. So
one of the options that we're going to look into. I don't know if this is still what you want to do. Is check out the Neptune, the graph.
It's the graph one.
Yep. Yes. So this is actually really kind of cool, and I'm really going to be interested to see what it does, because graph databases are like super powerful, but figuring out how to load them is super hard. So if it just does this for you.
So we're going to just do a standard vector store.
Okay.
Vector stores are basically embeds of a whole bunch of words, right? And it uses k-nearest neighbor to basically pull it out, at least on the older versions. I'm not sure what they use for the graph databases. We're probably going to need a new role.
Yep, that's fine.
It's in Amazon S3. Oh, that's interesting. They've added stuff. You can do web crawling.
Oh, wow.
It extracts content from the public.
That's
You can do
impressive.
custom.
I'm going to have to play with that at some point, but yeah.
That's interesting. You can even do it from Confluence,
Salesforce.
Salesforce, and our favorite SharePoint.
Oh, yes, SharePoint. There we go. This will be
Actually, this
useful
is
at work.
insane that this is available.
Right.
Because that means you could hook up like all your OneDrive, all of your HR documents, like
Yeah, like that's a massive. I like.
I'll have to
obviously
remember
there's-
this for work, because like this
Absolutely.
will make that like
Yeah.
I'd be like, man,
It'll
we don't
be
need to
interesting to
use
see what
that.
like the security model will be around that, but still, regardless, like the fact that you can do it, even if you have
insane.
to scope it down and like do it repeatedly, just that it's I like. And this is the thing that like things are getting so much easier, right? Like you just have to go through and do all that stuff yourself, and now it's just there. You don't. It's not hard.
The data sources in ours. There's the preloaded bucket. They're not visually rich.
Yeah, just use the default parser is probably fine there. Default.
Well,
chunking.
but I don't know. We don't need the transform. Okay, next.
And here's where you get to choose Neptune.
Neptune graph rag.
Yep.
And it's going to use Claude 3 Haiku.
Yeah, so this is using, again, like for our inception of LLMs, it's using an
We got to
LLM.
select a model.
Oh, that's cool.
We can just use Titan.
Oh, so this is
What you're going to use for. So this is what makes the embeds that go into the
gotcha.
vectors.
Yep.
And so
what's the foundational model down at the bottom, the vector database foundational model?
this is probably the one that it's going to build the graph with.
Okay. So the first part is just to do the embeds, and the second part is building the graph. And I think like that's what I was going to say here is like it's kind of interesting. We're talking about building a tool to get data to use in your LLMs for a part of your AI processing, and it's going to use an LLM to figure out how to load that data into the system. Like there's so many levels of this.
Oh yeah, I mean I've done this. So I've done this before all the fancy stuff like occurred,
It was
right?
so much harder,
and it
right?
was a lot of code. It's a lot of data processing, and it's a lot of trial and error, because like there's the chunking of the documents,
Right.
making sure that they get into the vector store appropriately. if you're doing anything multi-tenant, it starts to become real problematic because you got to keep everything separate. Oh, it's done.
Wow.
What?
One or more data ports have not been synced. Well, why is that? So we only have one data source.
Sync it.
Sync. Just do it. Cannot start an ingestion.
Oh, it's creating.
Oh, okay. But anyway.
It's in progress. That's why.
Okay. I think to all that, like, this is just an example of how the LLMs and kind of the AI in general is being used in ways like this that removes so much heavy lifting that didn't add value, right? Like all that work to try to get this data loaded into the system, that's not where the value is. The value is in the end result and in the data itself, right? Like, presumably you're loading data into there that has value to you as an organization or as a customer or whatever. And the fact that it just does this for you, huge amount of effort that you don't have to put into it.
Super helpful that it doesn't tell me. It just does KB.
Yeah, I mean, why do you need to know how to make that? So you probably can just do like a knowledge base that imports since you're let me play with it. I can't see your options, but usually like from an ARN or something.
I don't know if it's in the base. Or, I mean, there's a knowledge base.
No. Let me see if there's a knowledge base. No.
This only has grants.
Kendra. Oh, let's. Ooh, it may not have it because it may not have the latest.
Well,
latest knowledge base. Well, it is a vector knowledge base, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you using?
So do vector knowledge base, and then you can do knowledge base from knowledge base attributes.
What does that mean?
Let's see what arguments it has. So construct will be just this. ID can be whatever, and then the attributes are going to be an object. Missed a comment here.
Oh, knowledge base ID. Oops. That's what I wanted.
Yep, exactly.
I probably can't.
Oh, we got extra data in here.
We'll even follow their example and use KB.
There you go. I don't have this on screen. Let's show it. All the struggle we were doing, nobody got to see it.
Oh, and an execution role, ARN.
So
it should look like something like that.
Yeah, we might have to create it if that doesn't.
No,
exist.
there's an execution role. It created one.
Okay, we just have to copy the
What?
one that got created.
How? Like what? Why would it? Amazon logged me out.
What? That's weird.
Like when I click the service role or whatever.
Huh.
Oh, I don't know. Which one? I mean, I know which one it is, but what?
By the way, so that was one of those things that everyone's like, this is the greatest thing ever. And for the first 5 minutes, it was the greatest thing ever. And ever since then, I want to turn it off on every one of my accounts. I hate the way it works.
Well, maybe
that multi-account
which one it is.
That
one invokes the model. This is the get graph stuff. I bet it's this one.
Well, it's all the same. It's all the same role, right? It's just different.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So yeah, just grab that. If it doesn't work, then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, that should be fine. All right, that's our ID. That's our knowledge base, and we've added the knowledge base to the agent.
Yep.
Do What do we want this? Do we want to add the function? That's a action.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think
It's called an
yes.
action group.
I don't know what the function's supposed to do, right? Like, I don't need this in here. Obviously, this function's going to have to be before, right?
Yeah, it will.
See if I can cut this out from underneath you while you're. There we go. This sometimes having two people working in the same file can create chaos. So we'll see how much chaos we can create.
No.
Just passing that all. Of course. There we go. I just gave it to you.
Oh, I bet you these are all supposed to be. Wait, what?
Why is it mad?
We both are like.
Well, I was trying to fix that, but
it's not a construct.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Okay.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, something about this isn't
API
right.
schema Bedrock. Oh, we have an API schema.
So that's interesting. I assume that's.
So you can give it a YAML.
But do they have built-in ones?
It's just from whatever.
Okay, interesting.
They have from inline or from local asset or from.
And you have to give it that?
Mm-hmm. This is like defining the tool.
Yeah, so this is like, okay, I got it. So this is basically allows Bedrock to figure out how to call your.
But it still doesn't like
your
it.
code.
Oh.
Duh. Lowercase. Yeah.
So we'll have to define
file.
what the schema looks like, but
we'll go ahead and create that.
That is now going to get added to. So in theory, like we haven't written the function or given the schema.
Right, and like whatever the function's supposed to actually do. Is that right? Is it from Lambda function lowercase?
It's still in progress.
Okay, so it's not fast.
No. Oh, wait.
Did it finish? It says it's available. Oh, we don't have access to the model, really.
But why didn't it do that? Again. Like, it's kind of ridiculous that
it didn't put it in the policy.
That didn't put it. Yeah, it is. It's right here.
It is in the policy. Maybe it's a different.
Is it synced at least? No.
Try hitting the sync again. See what it does.
No, it's like.
West 2 foundational model Amazon Titan. Let me.
Weird.
Sometimes it's like those little nuanced things you just don't notice. And like,
I don't know.
Like it's got a region and you don't, or something like that.
I mean, I'm in US West 2.
Which one is this? The knowledge base one?
Yeah. It's available. I can't test it.
What is the action that's giving you the error on?
So when I hit the sync, it says data sync failed, knowledge base role.
Yeah.
The knowledge base one is not able to call the specified Bedrock embedding model. Oh, I bet you I know what it is.
So it isn't, and we don't have model
No,
access.
we don't have the model.
Oh, wait a second. It's Titan. Doesn't everybody get those automatically? No, available to request. Of course.
It's all this part does annoy the heck out of me.
Yeah, I was actually I need to make note of that because we're getting ready to do like this big migration thing at work, and we're adding some new AWS accounts, and we're gonna have to make sure we got to do that everywhere. This is one of those things where Amazon, get your act together. Like seriously, I have to go in and click through to get access to things like this. Like I need to be able to do this via some deployment automation.
What?
It's probably delayed.
Oh my gosh. It doesn't have the other one. Because it uses Haiku under the covers. Like why didn't it it should tell you to do this? No, Haiku's right there. Of course they use Haiku 3 instead of 3.5.
Well, yeah. I mean, it can't be the one that you have, right?
Mother. Where is it? This one.
Yep. And of course, this one isn't an instant grant. It'll be pretty fast since we already have other ones, but it will take a minute.
Yeah, it's going to take a minute. Oh, lordy lord.
You know, joys of.
I guess we can, while we're waiting for that model access.
Let's have our handler do something. So like we're telling it it's going to call proofread the answer.
Yeah, so I was thinking we could just have it make another LLM call with its response.
Okay.
And then, so like pass whatever its, whatever response that it gave. So it has a tool to basically proofread what its response is. And so like, I would have it take in what its proposed response is in any context, or you could call it context, you could call it thinking, you could call it, whatever.
Love it. But sometimes I like to just see what it's going to give me. When
That one was.
All right. So actually, this is going to be. It's going to have a schema. I guess that schema is just like a.
Yeah, it's very
like
similar to what we showed.
Yeah, like a JSON object schema, like a JSON
no, this
validation,
one's YAML, actually.
Oh, it's YAML. Interesting.
Well,
why did it tell me schema JSON? Although I didn't spell schema.
Well,
correctly.
so in their example, they're using actiongroup.yaml.
Oops, put that back.
Which, of course, they don't give an example.
Actually, yeah, show you the example. That would be too much to ask for.
Which is like going to be a real pain.
Okay. But I guess that the question is that intended to be like payload schema, or is it like
it's an open API schema for the action group?
That's very vague. We're gonna have to get some more information on that. Let's see. Let's see what this says. So it needs a path method, the whole deal. Okay, so this is literally just like if I had an API gateway sort of thing, which makes me feel like our function probably ought to look like an API gateway function.
I think so.
There's like I
wish they gave an example.
Here, I've got an example. I'll paste this into a YAML file that I'm going to rename this schema.json to schema.yaml. All right. So you see that? That's what they have for get weather.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's going to be real similar.
Yeah. So we'll want to obviously modify this for what we need, but I think that implies, and I guess I can go look to see if I can find an example of a function, but I assume that means the function is supposed to be like an API gateway REST call.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see.
It has to be.
Yeah, I would assume so. Like, I don't know how else that could work. I guess we can find out. Let's just, like, for now, I'm just gonna let this thing go as is. I don't really care.
Yeah, I would just do
gateway.
if it gives you this weather function, just give it that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we can just like mess with it.
Gateway. Why isn't it giving me API gateway stuff? Don't I have Lambda installed? Of course not. I don't think it's that. Oh, you're going to make me have to go look this up. I don't remember what the correct place to get things from are. Sometimes I become a little bit too dependent on things. It is AWS Lambda. Let me copy this.
All right. While you're doing that, I think we can actually load this knowledge base up.
Oh, I gotta. I hate that. I gotta save the types.
Oh, nice.
To proxy it.
I wonder if you can like see. I guess you can't. I'd be curious, like, to look at the actual database.
So, yeah, I mean, I think you'd have to have a graph viewer. I've never actually used a graph database. How do you look at a graph database?
Well, I don't even know if they expose it into, like, do we see it here in Neptune? Doesn't look like it.
That's a good question. Guess not.
Nope. You don't get to see it?
Guess you don't get to see it. You just have to trust them.
Oh
no. Internal error. I hate internal errors. That's basically saying, we can't tell you what really went wrong, but something bad happened.
What happened?
Don't know.
It doesn't even, like, say.
No.
Maybe a refresh. Last sync warnings, 18 warnings.
Which there were 18 files, weren't there? So that feels a little ominous.
It doesn't, like, I can stop the sync.
Interesting. Not giving me a lot of high hopes with this.
Yeah, what the heck? Like, it doesn't even tell you what happened.
This is one of those, will be cool if it actually works, but not so much when it doesn't. Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if there's anything in the CloudWatch logs.
I have to create one.
Oh, of course. Why does it keep doing that for you?
It must know that I'm logged into multiple.
Yeah, but like, what are you clicking when you're doing that?
Just anything.
Really? Doesn't usually do that for me. Keep me in the same one.
Sync failed. Same thing. I don't know if it actually. Now it has 36 warnings. That's wonderful.
Well, hey, I see the log group. There's nothing in it yet.
Oh, I just hit sync again, so hopefully. Hopefully we start to see some stuff.
There we go. Scheduled for update. I mean, there's stuff in the logs, but nothing telling me.
Crawling completed.
Certainly nothing that indicates that there's something wrong.
Started the failed.
Did it finally fail?
It just says failed.
Oh. Wait, here we
Failed.
go. Thanks. That's helpful.
Failed to create 33. Like, I don't, like, what? Yikes.
All right, so not impressed with this so far. And like this isn't even a complex use case. We just got some files in S3. Like, is it because it's a PDF
Maybe.
and we picked like a text base?
Well, I did, yeah. I mean, they're. Let's see if I can open one.
Yeah, they look like they're image. Like, yeah, definitely. Like somebody scanned them in. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
That's your.
I'll fix it.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Select all, delete. Why do you make me type this? All I do is copy and paste it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back. Upload the text versions. Plain text files.
This is one where like I feel like there should have been some information to tell that was a problem if that's what it is.
Oh, I want more than that.
The Patriot Act though. Hopefully that's what the problem is, and then at least, yeah. So now we got some files in there.
All right. Now we got 19 files.
19 improved by 1.
Now let's try again.
Be happy this time. Dang it.
What was that about? Oh. Several minutes to hours to sync.
Ooh.
Woo-wee.
I'm going to go with several minutes given our.
Yeah, they shouldn't be.
Here.
They're text-based, so like.
Yeah, I don't feel like we should be. We should be in a.
So now they're all text.
Here. Yep.
If this still isn't working, I'm gonna be pretty sad. Because then I don't know what you'd use it for.
Right. There's a
It's
pretty
trying
basic,
to do the graph.
pretty basic stuff here.
Failed.
No,
Unbelievable. With no,
like no information about what's going on.
like, that's insane. I'll stop the sync, I guess. Oh, no.
Resource changed. Status failed.
That's insane.
Yeah, like there's not a good way to even find out what's going on. That's a little disappointing.
Did I choose something wrong? You know what? I bet it's this default parser crap.
Think so?
Yeah. Let's go with Sonnet.
All right.
And I
Might as well give things a try.
think that should be all right.
We have access to Sonnet already, right?
Maybe.
Let me double check. Sonnet, yeah, Sonnet 3.5. Which one? Sonnet 3. We do not.
3.5.
Okay, 3.5 we have.
Version 1.
Yep, we've got all 3.5s.
I almost can guarantee that parser is probably like every parser ever created.
Garbage.
They thought that they had done everything they could, but they couldn't. Adding data source to knowledge. Wow, this actually is like pretty depressing because it would be really cool if it worked.
Right. And like, yeah, I mean, like this is something we've talked about on some other things. Like, there's like if we don't have to think about this stuff, it makes so much of the upfront work so much easier.
All right, I'm deleting that one. So what is this thing doing? Why can't I click anything? Okay. Sync.
Just do it. Work.
I think we'll get a new. Nope.
Same log string. Crawling completed.
Schedule for ingestion 19. Started the
Graph entity extraction started.
Oh, I thought I saw it. Was that a completed one?
I did it. Yeah. I mean,
It's so far we're
feeling better.
It's looking a little different.
Oh no!
Did it fail?
Yes.
All of them? Fuck.
I don't know if it failed all of them.
Yeah, failed.
Yep.
Failed to create 242 chunks.
What?
Like what the hell is wrong with this thing?
What are we supposed to be doing here?
I don't know. Like I've tried everything. This graph thing just doesn't work.
So, just out of curiosity, let's spin it up in that's in open search.
Oh, do the other one?
Yeah, see if
All
it
right.
works.
Yeah, this one didn't work. I mean, literally.
Yeah, because I mean, like the graph database thing was cool, but like,
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Right. If it doesn't work, to me, the coolness of it is not having to figure out how to load the data. If it can do it for me.
Yeah, like this is nuts. CloudWatch. Browse. this one.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not doing that one again. Default chunking, blah, blah, blah. Next. Create a new.
Yep.
You want to do open search?
Yep. Just remind me to take this down when we're done.
Yeah. I'll delete
It's going to take a little longer to get
I
started.
gotta do the embedding model.
It'll take a little longer to spin it up, I imagine.
I don't know.
That was the one thing that I liked about potentially using the graph database is like a server, a true serverless.
Yeah. Serverless. We had talked about it before. Graph databases are no joke, and like
agreed.
Being able to construct the graph from like unstructured data.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm like completely like, oh, I can't believe it didn't work.
Yeah, like to me, the thing that's a little shocking is that it didn't tell you why it didn't work.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts.
Like I expect to be able to get some information out of my logs to be able to see like, oh, I need to fix this or that. Like even if they're not super great, at least give me some clue. There's nothing there. Just failed. Like come on, guys. Preparing, yeah. I mean, it's going to take a little while to create that.
Did you try and deploy our stack?
No, I haven't.
How many things did we get wrong on that? Oh wait, never mind. The knowledge,
we didn't change that.
The roles are going to change.
The roles and the knowledge base ID.
Mm-hmm. I bet you. No, wait, no. It's still going. Yeah, you're right. Open source is going to take forever.
Yeah, open source takes a little while, but so let's
I wonder if we get to see this one.
I think you do, because certain people have not deleted them in the past and charged like, $200 a month to do absolutely nothing. Won't name names. Well,
it's got to be a serverless one.
Yeah, well, it has to be. I think.
There it is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When you delete the knowledge base, it won't delete this. So.
Really?
Yeah. That's my assumption.
That's horrible to people.
Agreed.
This stuff is not cheap.
Agreed. That's what I was just saying. Like people end up spinning it up, and
real nice.
And it just creates it in public. Yeah, of course. I mean, it is.
Hopefully, the policy is not bad.
Yeah, I think it's IAM based access still. So, by default.
Wow. Data access. It has an access policy, encryption, and network policy. Yeah. So this, actually, here's the role. That's that new one.
The cool thing about OpenSearch, and I'm sure there's something similar to this in Graph, but you can at least scope down your IAM permissions down to like a specific index.
Yep.
Which allows you to do multi-tenancy.
Yeah, that was how, when I was doing the coaching app,
Yep.
I used the ID assigned by Cognito and created an index with that ID. And then I could keep everyone's little knowledge bases separate.
Yeah.
Oh, it's done.
Oh, finally. So maybe I can...
It didn't, navigate me.
Why would it do that?
Just reload it. Oh, my gosh.
Why am
What?
I not seeing it?
That's even worse.
It's not there. Yeah, what? Where'd it go? I'm you created things. I know you created things.
It said it was done.
Yeah, there's an open search. What's going on here, guys?
Wow, they really got problems with this stuff. That's insane. Is it in a different region?
That's what I was wondering, but like the graph isn't. I mean, the open search isn't. So like, why it certainly
Wow.
wouldn't have created it in the wrong region.
So they like totally screwed this thing up.
I don't even like. How do you get at it now? Like, I can't
I don't know because it's like
delete it. Can't. But you have it like open there.
I mean the knowledge base is like the open search is here.
Oh, you were on the search. Okay, you're on the open search still. Yeah, I don't. That's bizarre.
That's insane.
I wonder if they're having issues right now because this is weird.
Like here's the vector search,
Right.
but I can't load it and I can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Wild.
Like what the heck? This is going to be the worst episode ever. We ain't going to get to do anything.
We got nothing done because we couldn't even get a knowledge base up.
There's when I deleted the one.
Are you looking in CloudTrail?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
but there's no.
So those events will be a little delayed. So I'm not surprised that they're not.
No, because some of them are here. Here's the collection it created.
Yeah, but look at the timestamp on it. It was 2011, so it was 8 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago.
Yeah, that was the vector search one. Oh, you mean it might take a little bit for it to...
Yeah.
Okay. That's still... I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah. It's
well, and like, if somebody didn't know, like, they'd probably create another one.
Right. I mean, I'm like, that's what I'm tempted to do right now. Like, is it actually doing something?
No, it's just gone.
Just gone. Just sorry, you don't get to exist.
Like, this is insane. It like didn't make it. Like the actual knowledge base.
Yeah, this is weird.
I guess you go delete the open search. Maybe you click it and see if you get better luck. I don't know.
I mean,
I'll try and delete this collection.
All right. Well, if I'm going to do that, let me change what I'm sharing here.
That's insane.
Present.
All right. No domain.
All right. I'm going to go through and try to create this myself.
All right. Good luck.
Create a new role.
Completely failed.
No tags. Log delivery. We'll add that because otherwise it sucks. Do I gotta create that? Create. Sure, why not? Really? Really? You're not? Oh my gosh. Why are you like that?
I still can't believe it didn't even show up. I just left it as that.
Yeah, it just didn't actually create it though.
Oh. Weird. Because it created it on another one. Maybe don't do it and we can add the logging after if we need it.
Yeah. Let's just next. All right, data source. This AWS account. Choose browse S3. Click that. Choose that. Change the parser. Change that to sonnet. Leave the chunking. Next. Vector database.
The top one for the embedding.
Yeah. Which one are you using?
V2.
Okay. The open search serverless.
Mm-hmm. Nothing else. That's it.
Okay.
Unbelievable. I'm still just flabbergasted that it was like,
Yeah, you're done, and all of a sudden nothing's there. Right, so I should see the new one then being created. Yep.
maybe I navigated away too fast.
I mean, unless it tells you like don't navigate away.
I don't know.
This is like,
That's pretty wild. Like,
I realize we're doing kind of click ops stuff here, right? That you wouldn't normally do, but
yeah, but like,
this is still like where to go.
Yeah, that's nuts. Like, it was just gone. I still don't know what happened. Oh, man.
That's what happens when you learn on the fly, man. This is the reality of life. Like, how many times have you been at work and you're like, what in the world is going on? And that's just the way life is, man. It's part of why when people ask me how long it's going to take to get something done, I'm like, I don't know.
There, we can comment out that and try and deploy it. That's not going to work for me. Or does it use your thing?
Yeah, it depends on what my what my profile set up for.
Interesting. It validates the action group.
Did not like that.
Docker.
What? Oh, we need to add npm. What's the packaging tool that we're using?
ES build.
Yeah, ES build. Otherwise, it tries to do it in Docker.
That's right. I forgot.
Let's see what this thing's doing. Still preparing.
Oh, the schema. What the hell? I thought I commented it out.
Oh, we need to change it to.
It's YAML.
Yeah, YAML, because I didn't rename it there. Suppose I could have that up on the screen, but instead we're just watching nothing get created very slowly.
Oops, still failed. Unable to resolve AWS account.
Oh, you know what I didn't do?
Log in.
Yeah, so log in. Oops. My bad.
No, you're fine.
I was actually talking to Jeff yesterday, guy we work with, about like how it's annoying at work that our SSO logs out at 8 hours. So like if you work like your standard 8-hour work day, but like take lunch or whatever, so like you're there for like 8.5 hours, your SSO like logs out like right before the end of the day.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I run into that, I'm like, well, I guess I'm done for today.
Yeah, there have been times where I go to run the integration test and it's like, you're not logged in anymore. I'm like, I'm done.
Yep. Sorry. Done for today. I will actually. That's interesting. I will actually use that sometimes. I will delay.
I did. I clicked it too quick.
Yeah.
Because yours went there.
Yeah.
All right. Now
so we have this. Now we need to try to sync this. See what it does.
Yeah, see if it syncs actually.
No, what I was saying
grab
is,
me the ID.
Yeah, I was going to. Sometimes I will intentionally delay logging in the morning just so that I can make sure that I don't get logged out early.
So it hits 5 o'clock. That's awesome.
You need that roll too.
It's deploying, so this L2 construct must work.
I mean, it's deploying until it stops deploying.
Well, it deployed.
It didn't roll back, so there you go. All right, and I
So
just
there,
put.
if we go in here, there it is.
All right.
Status not prepared. Whatever the fuck that means.
So today's episode is not suitable for children.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I don't even know what prepare means. Prepare
Still
it.
syncing. Let's,
Oh, it's prepared now. You just had to
What?
click a prepared.
what-
Hello.
What does that mean?
Oh,
What is?
with on demand through isn't supported.
Okay.
Oh, it's because see that like this is that stuff. It's not. It's got to be. There's got to be like a way to specify the. I don't know. There's no inference profile. You can't call Sonnet through what's it called?
Oh, directly. You got to use the profiles because it's the cross region stuff. Surely that's got to be built into this.
I don't know, but I'm gonna mess with it.
That's weird.
No, it's not. Look, 3.7 is not supported, but it has it in here.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's a generic one, I suppose. Whatever.
Fine, we'll do that. We can add our knowledge base and redeploy it. Look at that. We're tackling all of the things at once.
Well, I only had one warning.
What?
I don't know what that means.
What is this? If instruction for agents is not the
Where are you looking? Oh,
property
you're looking
of is there like there we go.
That's required.
Yeah, because it reads it.
Oh.
It's kind of like the tool use thing.
Yeah.
Like I probably should have done more, but
Well, we got 2 minutes left, so not
I'm
a lot
trying.
more is gonna happen.
I'm
today.
trying to
Oh, I
get this
know.
one chat in.
I know.
Oh, that's so ridiculous.
Did you see that the sync it
Did it
didn't
fail
error?
again?
It has one warning that
No,
you
I don't
can't
care.
You can't see what the warning is, but it has
Well,
one
yeah,
instead
but
of
look.
18.
Okay, so let's. I wonder if this can use it here. Hey, what's something interesting about privacy law? Be very specific and
Does it?
a.
Does it care that you said capitalize very? Just curious. Like,
Oh, I don't know.
like
Some people say.
like maybe it does.
Is that from our thing? It is.
Look at that.
Look at that. We got one thing
We
down.
got something out of this today.
That's
I mean,
actually
cool.
really cool.
That's cool. Like it cited our document in its response.
Wow.
I'm happy with that.
I'm actually really impressed with that. As many roadblocks as we've run into,
Yeah.
like it is pretty damn cool that it is referencing and it's like clickable to that file.
Right. So you can actually open it. Yeah.
And so like you can come if
Log into
Amazon
the
didn't
correct
hate me today, you could come to here and see like it's referencing
Yeah.
that file. That's actually
That's valid. I'm down with that.
hey, check that out. It even shows
Source to
you
chunk.
the metadata and the source chunk.
Yeah.
Not bad, actually.
Yeah. I mean, the graph thing would have been really cool to figure out. I would love to see how that works. Maybe there was problems with the data. Maybe it couldn't do it. I don't know. Problem for another day. But at the end of the day, being able to load stuff in as easily as we did load that in is cool. I think we're gonna have to go back and check out this this hooking it into SharePoint thing, because that could be big. We're gonna try out our agent. It's gonna fail when it tries to make that call to the Lambda function, because Lambda's gonna be like, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it'll do something. I don't think it's really doing anything worth anything.
This is actually cool. It shows you the
steps
traces.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is cool, and that was one of the things that we were having a hard time figuring out how to do with doing it in code, is getting the tracing set
that's
up.
so interesting. This is it calling the knowledge base. You're a question answering agent. I will provide you with a set of search results. The user will provide you with a question. So like it has some like built in stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool.
That must be from our knowledge base.
I was gonna say, I wonder if that's pointed actually out of
Yeah,
our
knowledge base response generation.
Interesting.
It's probably dying on.
It's probably
our
dying
function.
trying to call a function. It's probably calling it and be like, yeah, I'm not getting anything that I expect out of this. Let's see if it's actually calling it.
Oh, this is really interesting to see how they do their prompt. I am surprised they show you this.
Not hit the function. I wonder if it's actually has a permissions problem on the function.
Good. Oh, look at that. It changed my question.
So that's the system.
But no, here, look, right here. So here's the rationale. Let me search for general privacy concerns, right?
Yep.
What are the main privacy rights and concerns for employees in the U.S. workplace with privacy? Like, it's like changing it and like going and looking it up.
Interesting.
That's actually really cool.
And it looks like it's like, is that text there? The actual text from the document?
Yeah, this is from, this is the S3 location.
Yeah.
And the chunk ID and everything. So like these are the chunks that gave it back.
Yeah.
And then this is the next thing.
Yeah. So it's just going through multiple steps there and kind of showing you what's happening. That's pretty cool. I'd be willing to bet that it's probably run into some kind of permissions issue, because it's never hit the function. Although maybe we didn't really give it the right information to know when to hit the function too.
Well, so I just said hello. I'm a U.S. law privacy expert.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's got to be something with the function call.
Yeah.
That we got messed up, but like in all reality, this is pretty good progress for an hour and not knowing anything.
especially when we wasted half of it trying to get the GraphQL or the graph database thing set up. We got to the third one. Hey, we got an answer. we got an answer.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
That's great. All right. Well, I think that's probably, a good place to end for today. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Maybe